What made you want to get into the tattoo industry?
Tattooing itself?
Yeah, 'cause there's so many different jobs, and you specifically chose this.
I kind of fell into it. I'm not gonna lie.
You fell into it?
Yeah, I kind of stumbled upon it. All my homies were always into graph, you know, and it seemed like everyone was just like growing up and getting broker by the minute. But like everyone was so dedicated to art, you know, and like just like pursuing like something driven by art. If it makes our bills, then we'll be so lucky, you know. We're so fucking happy with that. And it was actually my homie Jake Giles, bro, and Shane. We grew up with them around Bournemouth, and
Where's that at?
Bournemouth, it's about an hour away from London.
Okay.
You know, it's like the south coast.
Yeah.
I want to say southwest of England, you know. So I moved over there when I was 12, and kind of grew up there. But I seen a lot of my homies, you know, go from like graffiti to trying to make some money, and it was like the only two ways were just like, okay, we could either sell shit on the streets, you know, or we could like start, you know, doing paintings, for example. But paintings wouldn't pay, you know. Like you have to get so much experience in them and develop your name before you get any kind of pay, you know.
I feel like with painting too, you can't just push the same amount of volume with tattoos.
Right. And there's just not much commissions, you know. Like it's harder to get those commissions, I think. But yeah, I seen like a lot of my homies, you know, they're like, you know, we're still young, like we're like 18 maybe coming up, and I seen this fool like, so wait, you do what? It's like, I just sit there, fucking draw all day with my homies, you know, get high and get paid, you know. And I'm like, how much are you getting paid? They're like, $30 an hour, bro. I was like, my eyes just went bing. I was like, how the fuck, like, you sign me up right now, you know, I'm gonna do this. And yeah, the first steps were shit, you know. I went over there, got my apprenticeship pretty much straight away. Didn't know anything about it, bro. Like,
how long did it take you?
I lasted 3 months. I had a fight with one of the artists, bro. And I was just like, and we had a big fallout with the owner. And yeah, it was shit. It wasn't the right way, you know, especially when you don't know. If you don't know the ways of this, people will try to fuck you sometimes, you know, like it's true. Yeah, they would try to like, dude, I was washing his fucking car in the winter when I was sick, you know, like when I had a fever and shit. And it's like, what? Fuck your car. You know? Like, why do I need to learn this shit, you know? Yeah. But I still fuck with some of the homies like Jake Giles and Harry Terrell, you know, came up with them. They're hella good guys, you know. They still like very devoted to their shit, you know. Even though like we might have been working at some hood ass fucking shops, it would be like bikers and crackers and that like all the time, you know. But like still, they kept their work, you know. Like they kept pushing their work and they didn't never stop. I think that's the difference, you know.
You never gotta persevere through it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. Because there's always gonna be a bad day. Everyone's gonna have a fucking bad day, bad week, bad month. You know, like
I also feel like it's so interesting with like anything in the creative artist industry, like whether it's graphic design, tattooing, or nail design. Like majority of the clientels, they don't know how much time it goes towards it, and they're like, how fast can you do this? How fast can you get this artwork done?
Yeah,
it's crazy,
bro. And that's it's a weird mindset too, because it would change as an artist, you know. Like if you catch me like 4 years ago maybe, I would be like, yo, I can bang out a fucking forearm, like a top bicep in one day. I got you, you know. But like you can do it, sure, you can rush it, you can cut fucking corners, but then like in the end of it, I kind of stopped myself and being like, am I happy with this? It's like, is this limit like good for my work, you know? And it wasn't. It's not what I want to be. So the closer to get to the vision, to the final vision, is applying more time to it, you know? Which is a fucking bitch trying to explain it to the fucking clients, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, so 2 years ago, I was able to do your forearm in a day, but now I need 2. You know? And it's like, people are like, wait, what? What the fuck? But I would love to do, like, you know, like for example, like a whole back piece in a day. It's our dream.
You think it's possible?
I don't think so. No, not in a day. Fuck no. Is that making you happy as an artist? In the end of the day, are you proud of your work? You know, or do you ever fucking come back to it and be like, I can push this further. You know I can. Like, you know, I don't know which direction to go with yet, but I want this shit to look better.
For real. 'Cause at the end of the day, all your clients are just a walking billboard for you.
Yeah, for sure, you know. I do believe there's something even deeper though. It's dope to hear people like, you know, like they'll be like DMing and be like, yo, it's such a dope work, I love it, I love this, and it's hella cool to hear. Don't get me wrong, you know. But then like you're on your own mission, like to be happy with yourself, which sometimes it can damage some things too, you know. You're your own worst critic.
Yeah,
that way.
No, I agree.
But you're gonna, you know, the difference is, are you gonna stop and be like, fuck it, I give up?
Yeah.
Even if you do that, then like, I bet you the next day, you know, because you're just that type of person, you just like, you're gonna be like, nah, fuck it, let's try this again. I gotta figure this out. Why it didn't work that way? Why did it heal up this way? I guess it's maybe harder when you don't have the like experienced artists around you to tell you like, hey, I'll be like, I can tell you right now, this shit doesn't work. It works like this. Yeah, it's a beautiful, like really invaluable fucking piece of information sometimes, because you can be looking at your own shit from the same angles constantly and just be like driving yourself crazy. Why the fuck didn't it work? What am I not seeing? You know? And the homie comes up to you, be like, yo, you know you fucked up right there. Like you should have done that negative, you know? And you're like, all right. And you suddenly see it. You
that's
know?
why you named your tattoo shop Open Mind Tattoo Studio.
Yeah.
You're open-minded about different perspectives.
Yeah,
different angles.
you have to be, you know? You have to be open-minded even to like your mindset changing, you know? Like open mind to everything, bro. Like to constantly growing, I think, you know?
It's everything in life, really.
Yeah. Having that balance in your life. Don't take too much of anything. Yeah, keep an open mind, because like shit can change, you know? And your perspective can change.
Common trait for new artists to focus on quantity over quality at the beginning, to push out the portfolio and stuff.
Yeah, you know, and I feel like part of it is not their fault, like they want to, maybe they're not aware of it. Part of it, I feel like even myself, I want to see my work come to life quicker, you know? I want to see that progress. And it's just not the way. It's just not the rules of the fucking game, you know?
Yeah.
I do feel like huge amounts of pressure sometimes, bro. Huge.
When you first started out, did you have in mind that you want to do this style, or you just grew?
No, bro, it's funny. If you see my shit, like, from the first year, bro, it was like everything.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just like, yeah, tattoo artist, got a tattoo, you know? No fucking color theory, you gotta know black and gray theory, everything, you know? And I suppose that's not a bad thing, because it will always put you on your path. You know, like, and then you kind of figure out like, hey, what do I want to succeed in, and what am I enjoying myself the most in?
Right. Over the years that you've been tattooing, is there like any unique or innovative way that in your technique that you switched up that made it more efficient, or?
Oh yeah, constantly.
Tell me about that.
Constantly. I don't know. These are secrets. I don't know if you can this one's out. So there's always formula being built, you know, and like polishing it. I think no matter what, it's kind of like, no matter what, it's like you're still gonna imitate to innovate, right? So you always take these pieces, but don't steal. That's the one thing that you would just taught from number one. Don't fucking rip designs off, you know, from other people. You can compliment them and be like, yo, this is dope as shit, but like take that reference and pick it apart. Use your own references first time, build that piece, and you find yourself in your own journey, you know, in building that design.
To just take it as like an inspiration, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of inspiration around us, and people are fucking good at this shit, bro. But yeah, for sure, formula is always being built. Right now I'm focusing on, you know, for the last couple years, healing factor has been the biggest.
Why is that?
Just because I hate tracking back. I hate fucking going back to the piece and being like, you know, and it's up to a point. You can blame your client for the aftercare up to a point.
You can't control it.
Yeah, you can't hold their hand for it, you know, but at the same time, I want to go back to a piece and not having like, oh fuck, you know, 3 steps back, I gotta fill this in again, I gotta contrast, I gotta up the contrast on this, I gotta redevelop this, you know, oh, this fell out, and yeah, fuck that, I hate that shit. I try to build it, you know, so first pass, and like, it was great, you know, and like, never gonna get it first pass maybe, but maybe that's just like perfectionists in us, you know,
Right.
trying to strive towards it. But
I think that's why you go from doing a tattoo, like a whole forearm in a day, and now you spend 2 days.
right,
So it's like
exactly.
you go slower. And
Yeah, take care of it more.
So when you work with clients, how do you go from like an idea to creating a custom tattoo? Because I feel like your mind just it's creative.
So some people like to bring references, you know. Some people like to bring
Would you say that would help?
sometimes, yeah, sometimes, you know, but sometimes the idea is so far away, like the idea doesn't match the reference, you know, and it's a really difficult thing because then you have to break your client's dreams and then be like, yo, you don't want this, like, you know, you just want an angel, like,
Yeah.
because, and they'll be like, yeah, I just want an angel, you know, and it's like, and they're trying to spit this like hella big story about like being a leader and this and that, and I'm just like, fuck, you overcomplicating this stuff, you know, like if you want this story to be pronounced, for sure, but then like, you know, every fucking idea that you have, you're like, okay, leadership, let's do this and this, you know, okay, let's do this, if you had this emotion, you know, let's bounce off of it and like, let's read into it, and they're like, no, that's a little bit too much for me, you know, and it's like, so what would you think, you know, what would you, and they're like, actually, I kind of like this line. And you're like, fuck, you could have just said, you know, like instead of wasting 3 hours on me developing these fucking 4 different designs.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're still going back to the line. But honestly, 9 times out of 10, if you be honest with your client, like, you know, like, hey, I've done this before and it doesn't fucking work, you know, like, I know, like, this is too small to tattoo. This is, you know what I mean? There's always stuff. And like, don't get me wrong, this is not for like, everyone's tattoos, you know, because other artists might have different opinions about this.
Yeah.
And but yeah, trust your artist, you know, like if you really like the work, trust them and be honest about it. And as a tattoo artist, be honest to your clients too, because like on yourself, like not instead of this kind of like trying not to hurt someone's feelings and trying to like walk around on eggshells, you know, trying to be like, oh, you know, this might not work, trying to find a way to tell them like, hey, this is a stupid ass fucking idea. Why don't you just tell them like, hey, this is kind of a fucking stupid idea, you know, like, and just be honest about it. They're like, okay, yeah, I agree, you know, what did you have in mind? And I was like, okay, this, and then you start to rolling, you know.
But what if it's like your 100th client that comes in asking for a rose tattoo or like a clock? Like, how do you make it different?
Oh, I have to. Shit, that's your own way. You know, like it's like you go home, you think about tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Like I think about the designs. I think about like how to improve on it and what's new. You know, like for example, for me with roses, that's a really good example. So if you look at start of my career, it would be like a full-on rose. You know, like maybe like even the outside with the background, and some people are so great at it, bro, and they just do an amazing job, you know. Tattoo Angelo right there, you know, but you know, they do such an amazing job, you're just like, fuck, you know, this is cool, but then like, are you happy doing it, you know? So then like look for the things that you like to do it. So for me, I expand on those roses, you know. I don't actually do the outer layers of the leaves anymore. I only focus on the middles of them. I think that's the most, you know, that's the most like area with like structure.
To make it pop?
Yeah, just to like be able to tattoo it in the sense that it's like, it's gonna be readable and fluent, you know?
I feel like that's more where you can play with too.
Yeah, because outer leaves are just outer leaves, you know? It's just like, I mean, to me, some people really enjoy it and they can put little veins in them and they make it look so good. But I'm not one of those guys. Dude, I used to love layering. And I'll tell you one time, so this homie Harris Johnson, super dope guy. He's from south of France. He came over to my little shop in England, in Scotland actually, and he is a lettering master. And bro, like I used to print off of my shit, you know, and stuff like that. And I used to use the font in your first years and stuff like that. And then I see this fool, you know, and like a couple of my other homies like trying to really master like this hand lettering. And like, god dang it, they could do some dope work, you know, with just pencils, just like this fluidity of it, and just like develop these scripts, you know. Always admire them. So I made a pact that I would not print off any fucking lettering fonts and shit, you know. And it was like a good like 5 years of my work when I didn't, you know, just practice straight up like hand lettering. I would just draw on people, Sharpie, everything like that, you know.